What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Thomas, and I just wanted to go over some quick tips here for Assassin's Creed Mirage. If you're someone who picked it up or you're interested in picking it up, these are just some little tidbits that you may need to know going into the game. So let's just jump into it. So the first thing that I want to cover is your inventory. So as you can see, it's definitely a little bit more scaled down from the previous 3 or 4 installments of the Assassin's Creed franchise. They've really pulled the reins back more, at least for this game. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to go this route or they're going to go the route of Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. However, I really am appreciating this game and the focus that they have. So there's a few things here that I want to cover about the inventory system. First off, before we get into the gameplay. So the first thing is we have outfits and we also have costumes. So with your outfits, they're going to be the things that have the stats that are attached to them. If you're like me, having stats attached to outfits, I think is horrible. However, in this game, they kind of remedied it a little bit, but, you know, it's better than nothing, I guess you could say. As you can see here, they also have outfit dyes, which I thought was really cool. I don't know if they're going to add more into, like, the item shop or the store, but as of right now, we have dyes for specific outfits, and it looks like you get 3 of each. Now, I have a few here that I found. One is unknown. I guess I haven't unlocked the outfit for it yet, but we have the outfit dyes. We have costumes. So, for example, if we have this outfit and I don't like the way it looks, but I want the specs, the stats of the outfit, I can just go to the costume and I can choose any of the ones that I have here, or if I unlocked any more, they just overwrite. And if you look here, equipping a costume will override the appearance of the outfit while retaining the perks. So that's pretty much what that's for. Talismans in the game so far, I've only played a couple hours of the game, but from what I've played and what I can tell, talismans don't give you any kind of special perks or anything like that. They're more of just cosmetics. That's pretty much it. Of course, now you have your swords and you have your dagger. Now the dagger doesn't do any kind of damage. The dagger is specifically for parrying. You have stats to it, but it really doesn't do much of anything in there other than be there for parrying. Your sword is really where your damage is going to come from, and they all have different, perks and whatnot. And you can, just like any other game in the Assassin's Creed franchise, you can upgrade that stuff. So your tools, they're going to vary based on how you want to play. You start off with the torch. You also get the throwing knives, but later on as you play, you're going to get different items, of course. And what's really cool is you can upgrade these items. It just adds another layer to your playstyle, and you can upgrade this stuff at your Assassin's Bureau. That's where you're going to upgrade your tool. And with each tier, you'll see over here on the right, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. With each tier, you're going to have 3 different perks that you can choose from. For example, tier 2, you have the choice between a poison dagger, a heavy dagger, or a light dagger. So the light dagger, you can hold it, it powers up, and you get a longer toss. Heavy obviously stuns them when you hit it, and then poison, it gives them the poison effect. So next, let's move into skills. So the way you do skills, they've gotten away from the leveling up tree, just by doing side quests and killing people, you'll eventually get XP. That's not how it is now. You do side quests and you do main missions, and then you'll unlock skill points, in which case you can choose from whatever tree you want. It's very much scaled down versus previous Assassin's Creed games. So it just comes down to your playstyle, basically, with Phantom, Trickster, and Predator. However, one thing that I will recommend getting very early on, as soon as you can, is the Breakfall skill under the Phantom tree. It reduces the damage when you jump from a higher place. So that's something that I would absolutely recommend getting as soon as possible. But next, let's go in here. Let's talk a little bit about the world, the playstyle and whatnot. Here you have your trader, and what you'll do is refill your throwing knives, your consumables, things like that. We have someone who will remove your notoriety level. So if you do something illegal, you know, try to kill a civilian, or let's say pickpocket, right? If I go to pickpocket and I just fail, down here, you see a notoriety level, and there's 3 tiers. So
Please help me.
So as you can hear, NPCs will call for guards, and if guards come, your notoriety level will go higher. Now, if no one comes, if there's no guards around, your notoriety will eventually go away. But if for some reason it doesn't, and it gets a little higher, there's a few different ways to get rid of it. This guy here is one way. I would avoid him at all costs, because there's another way, a much easier way, is you'll see posters pop up. And they're pretty easy to find. But as soon as you rip one poster down, it takes away 1 full bar of your notoriety level. And if you're at 3, let's say 3 stars, it's going to knock down to 2 stars, and so on and so forth. So it's very simple to get rid of the notoriety without spending your coin or your tokens on that gentleman there. I would use him as a last resort. But piggybacking off of that, I would recommend pickpocketing anyone that has it available to them, because that's a really quick way to get items that you can sell for the coin. And sometimes you'll find an NPC that has that's able to be pickpocketed, and it has a golden symbol above their head. You want to pickpocket them because you'll be able to get artifacts from them. If you get artifacts, you can then take those artifacts to different vendor NPCs, and you basically get like special items. One other big thing that I would recommend is unlocking your viewpoints. If you've played Assassin's Creed games before, anytime you're close to one, or even if you're not close to one, go out of your way to unlock the viewpoint, so that way you can fast travel quickly, and you can get around the map very quickly. With this one, I would definitely go and play it like a traditional stealth Assassin's Creed game. Now, you can get into combat. Combat is very simplified, in my opinion. You can, however, get overwhelmed very quickly. And what they've done with this game is they've taken... All right, so here we go. I'll give you a perfect example. We have a parry here. So when the enemy is like golden like there, you can parry, and it leaves them open. They'll do an attack where it's red, it's unavoidable. You have to... It's unparryable. You have to avoid it like that. However, if I do parry... Now at the bottom here, as you can see, I have health is the white bar, but the red is my stamina. And I have to be mindful now of that, because I can run out of stamina. So stamina has been depleted. It consumes when dodging or attacking. So what they've done is they've taken some aspects of the Souls type series and they've implemented into their franchise. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing still is remain to be seen. But as of right now, I think it's actually a really good thing, because it makes you really approach combat and stealth more in a different way. You really want to think about how you're going to get into combat or how you're going to take a situation on before you actually do. Like I said, you can get very overwhelmed if you're looking for a fight. That's why I would recommend playing this game as a stealth game, because it just feels like it's back to the roots of Assassin's Creed when you play the game like that. So as you can see there, I just parried and I insta-killed him. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Parry and insta-kill. Now with my weapon and my dagger in combination with one another, I now have full health there, as you can see. So with the sand sword, killing an enemy while time's been slowed down, it'll regenerate 20% of my health. It works perfect with the dagger, because when I do a perfect parry, it slows time down. If you're playing the game and you want to do combat and you want to try to avoid stealth, these weapons here are going to benefit you tremendously. So let's get away here real quick. So we're scaring the NPCs. All right, we got some people trying to kill me. All right, let's see if I can get the look, the vendors and everything is scared. Like it's very detailed in that sense, which I think is really cool. Let's see if we can just break line of sight and lose them. It plays just like regular Assassin's Creed games, if you were curious. It is a little clunky, I should say, like how traditional Assassin's Creed games play. So if I move out of the way here, see how it's going away down here at the bottom? So it's going away. So if it doesn't reach the first tier of your notoriety and you lose line of sight with enemies, it'll eventually go away. However, if it doesn't, that's when you'll start to see posters and whatnot where you can rip them down. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now, just a couple hours in the game. Down below, you can let me know if I've missed something or if you found something that's easy and I hadn't mentioned in the video. Let me know down there. Also, don't be scared to leave comments and interacting with me. You know, I engage with my audience, you know, with my subscribers and whatnot. So yeah, down below, do all those things. You know, like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, it's been your boy, it's been real, and I'm out. Later. I'm at the